I believe this is the hardest video I've ever had to do. Join me today as I am tackling the emotional challenge of losing our beloved pet.
Welcome to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie, a happy wife with 4 boys, 2 grandchildren, and 1 on the way. I've been a full-time mother and homemaker for 35 years, with the last 9 knee-deep in the changes of midlife. Throughout these years, I've gained wisdom I can't wait to share, plus discuss some of the changes we are facing. Join me as I tackle midlife, gardening, cooking from scratch, and frugal living, all sprinkled with some inspiration for you.
To my subscribers who look for a Wednesday video and did not see one, I apologize. On our little suburban homestead, and I'll share more about that later, but on our little suburban homestead, we cannot have animals in the sense of chickens or goats or anything like that. We just grow food on half an acre. But we are huge animal lovers. So, and I have done videos in the past of DIY pet care. I've done videos about the animals, including them in my videos. And Flora, our little white cameo kitty, who always makes her appearance in my videos, she passed on Tuesday, suddenly. And it was unexpected and difficult. It was very difficult. I was at my grandson's, so I was not here. She passed. She collapsed and lost use of her bladder. And so my husband wrapped her up in a towel, and my son drove my husband to the vet, and they immediately took x-rays and an ultrasound and found that she had mass amount of fluid on her lungs and heart. And there was really no sign prior. That morning, she jumped up on my husband's lap and was getting her morning love. So there was no time for me to pack up 2 grandkids, get them in the car, and race to the vet. I wouldn't have made it. My son lives about a half an hour away. So I didn't get to say goodbye to her. And the worst part is this little kitty, although she loves everyone, she is one of my teenagers' true loyal cats. She sleeps with him every night. And he is on spring break in Tennessee and does not know it yet and is coming home today. And so we have to relive and share all of this with him. So that is why there was not a Wednesday video. You know, I want to pay tribute to her, and I want to discuss how hard it is to lose an animal. Lose anyone, really, loved one, friend, family member. But there's something about the animals. You know, her whole life, their whole life is in this home. Yes, you know, the dogs go outside, but the cats do not. They're not outside cats. Their whole life revolves in this home, and we are their life. And yeah, it's tough. The unconditional love. You can have a bad day. You can have a great day. And the unconditional love from these animals it's amazing. It is amazing. And when you lose one, there is a lot of grief. And if you're out there and you've recently lost a pet, I understand. And I don't know, it gets easier. Each day gets easier. But I'll tell you, the house is quiet. You know, she was that kitty that you would say her name and she would meow. She was a talker. and it's quiet. And then when you have multiple animals, not just one or two, there's a hierarchy in the home with the animals, you know, who's alpha and who follows and all that kind of stuff. But when one doesn't return home, the others are searching. And that's hard to see too. That is really hard to see. Lena, who is my fluffy, long-haired tiger kitty, that's what I'm sure there's a name, proper name for her, but I've rescued all of these cats. And Lena is the one who's searching for her the most. And she's out and about. I don't know if she'll make her appearance, but she is out and about way more in search. So it's tough to see. And, you know, we miss her. You know, Flora had an autoimmune disease. So we're guessing, and like I said, I rescued her. We're guessing she was 10, 11 years old. But the first year that we had her, she started throwing up a lot. And I can hear the bells in the background. I don't know if you can. She started throwing up a lot and couldn't keep food down. Well, she had a gastrointestinal autoimmune disease. So we had to medicate her every morning and every night and buy her special food. But we were able to keep her going. She was so young, and even the vet said she's too young to just put her down because of this disease. And that's not how I go. If I take on an animal and there is a health issue, well, I'm going to treat the health issue. It's no different than one of my children. That's just not my way. So, yeah, we have been medicating her every morning, every night, and buying this special food for her. And her little body just couldn't do it anymore. And yeah, we lost her. It's tough. It's tough. And every one of us grieves in different ways. I cannot tell you. I wish I had a list. I wish I had a list of things of how to, you know, all the how-tos and all the tips. I don't have one. Just let you know. I don't have one. Talking about her, laughing about the memories with her, that's always fun. But then I end up crying. Finding peace in the Word has been my go-to. And strength and prayer, lots of prayer. Lots of prayer. And, you know, to some who do not love animals, I probably look like a hot mess. And maybe I do. But there is a joy. There is a joy in having these beloved pets. And even though it hurts so badly when you lose them, and I would say this is the third we've lost in 3 years. I think Ricky has been gone for 3 years. And then Belle was my beautiful kitty. And Belle was Ricky's cat. And she left us a month after he did. Talk about a hard 2 months was losing two. Whew. That was tough. That was very tough. But Flora was unexpected. And we have to still tell our son, which is one of the reasons. Well, Wednesday, you think I look like a hot mess now? Wednesday, I was a serious mess. I had to clean litter boxes. You know, I was dumping litter boxes, washing them out. And I had to wash all my son's bedding because I could not have him come home to this news. And her hair was all over his blanket. And that's just tough. So, that's tough. You know, with Ricky, I bought a minivan for a Great Dane. That tells you how much I love my animals. I bought a minivan for my Great Dane because as he was getting older, he couldn't get up into the truck. So I didn't buy the minivan for the family. I bought it for a dog. But it worked, and he was able to just walk right into the minivan. It was perfect. When I lost him, I had to, I couldn't drive the van anymore. I think I drove the van for 2 weeks. And every time I got in the van, I just cried. It was a mess. And I ended up trading that van in for something small that I could carry Bogey in. And oh, Bogey was a mess. Talk about a depressed dog, which is why we ended up with Mulligan. Anyways, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I really am. Grief is tough. And I can't tell you how to grieve. You know, some people would, some people have little pet cemeteries. I don't. I end up cremating and getting a box with their remains in because I want to take them wherever I go. So I don't want to, I doubt this is my forever home. And so I don't necessarily want to bury them out in the gardens and then leave, if that makes sense. But we all have to do what we have to do. And this is Easter weekend. And it was quite a setback. And I have so much to do because I'm hosting Easter. And yeah, I don't know who's going to watch this video. I don't know if it's going to be a blessing to anyone. But to those loyal subscribers who watch me, this is what happened. And then, this is interesting. So this is going to be kind of what's going on in the homestead. So yes, we lost our pet, but in not doing Wednesday's video, YouTube is strange. I do kind of what I want to talk about, and I just want to help women. That's all that I want to do, really. I just want to help you in midlife and let you know you're not alone and give us some hope. And, that's my intention on this channel. Share gardening with you and cooking with you and give you ideas and all of that. Well, of course, some videos do great. Some, get a couple hundred views, and that's fine. But in not doing a video on Wednesday, my Monday sit down tea YouTube has shown it and has taken off. So I have started to think with the gardens, getting the gardens in and all that I have to do, I might take a break from a Wednesday video and be able to give you better content and more how-tos on Saturdays. So I think I'm going to try that. I'm still mulling it over, and leave in the comments below if Wednesday talk is really helping and something you need. Leave it in the comments below, because I don't just do this, for me. I'm doing this for the subscribers, and but I do have to take into consideration is YouTube penalizing me for putting out 3 videos a week, or do I just do 2 and they're showing them 2 more? Ultimately, my goal is to have a community of midlife women that we can share and give hope and boost each other up and all of that. So at the end of this video, I am going to put together a little tribute to Flora, just so that you guys could see her. Whew, I've done good thus far. I've not started crying. I'm going to tell you, editing this is going to be tough. That's going to be tough. But it is Easter weekend. And it is a great reflection weekend and a great celebration that he is risen. And I thought I would read a little bit. This passage has helped me this week. And it's kind of fitting for Easter, but if you don't mind, I thought I would just share where my heart is, share what has been helping me through. If you have lost an animal recently and you are struggling, seek support. There's other places, there's groups. I'm sure you can find them online, Facebook, Instagram. I don't know about Instagram. Facebook. I'm sure there's better YouTube videos than mine sharing loss. It's just been a really tough week, but I, like I said, I wanted to share, and I hope you don't think I'm rambling. If you would like to join our community of midlife women, I love it. I love it. I love midlife. I really do. But if you would like to join our community, would you consider subscribing, liking this video? This is not my normal video, but like I said, I am transparent in what I go through, and this is what we went through this week. So this is what has gotten me through. I am in Romans 5, and it is peace and joy. Therefore, since we have been justified through faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we have gained access by faith into this grace in which we now stand, and we rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. Not only, but we also rejoice in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not disappoint us, because God has poured out his love into our hearts by the Holy Spirit, whom he has given us. I wish all of you a blessed Easter. I hope you are enjoying it with family, friends, and if you're alone, you're in my hearts and at my table. And yeah, it's been a rough week, but I will see you back on Monday, and I hope you stick around. This was a tough one, very tough. And let's pay tribute to my sweet, sweet Flora. Thank you so much, and I will see you on Monday.